Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we're playing Honkai Star Rail. Gonna be going through the story a bit more tonight. I can't stay up basically the whole night, so we'll see how much we're able to get done here. But as always, we do start our day off with farming for relics for Acheron. So we're gonna head over to the Cavern of Corrosion. Head on over to this one, the Path of the Dream Dive. And just like every other day, so today is day 20 of farming for relics, and we are going to give this again 30 total days, see how it goes, and whatever we end up with after 30 days, we have to be okay with because we've got a ton of other characters to be leveling up. So, before we get started on the actual farming part of it, where are we currently at with our Acheron? So, here is our Acheron. We have attack 3.5 thousand, speed of 126, crit rate of 61.1, and crit damage of 214.9. In terms of the light cone, we do have the signature light cone, which is good because it does increase our crit damage, and then it also increases damage to enemies affected with Mirage Fizzle, and increases additional damage to the ultimate by 24%, so really good stuff there. Traces are all maxed out except for the basic attack. In terms of the relics, we are running the 4-piece Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters and the 2-piece Izumo Gensei and Takuma Divine Realm. Now, in terms of what we've got here, so for the helm piece, we've got attack 7.3%, crit rate 11%, and crit damage 11.6%. For the hand piece, we have the crit damage 22.6% and attack 4.3%. For the body piece, we did end up caving and used the piece that made us cry yesterday with crit rate 32.4% and crit damage 5.1 and attack 3.8. Darn you, break effect, but apparently break effect is going to be big next meta season, so we'll see how that actually works out. And then we have speed boots with crit rate and crit damage. Crit rate 8.7, crit damage 12.3, effect res 7.7, which is like good but not like the best. And then we've got the sphere here, attack percent 43.2% with crit damage 23.3, and then a rope with attack percent and crit damage 29.8. So that is where we are at right now. A part of me wants to try farming for these two, but I really do think I'd get more value if I got better speed boots or the crit rate body piece. And the reason I say that is because these rolled pretty well. 3 times into crit damage and then 4 times into crit damage, which is really good. Maybe we should do a little sim universe, maybe, because like, you know, if we got this lucky yesterday, there might be a chance we'll get lucky again today, so we'll see how that works out. But really, we need to focus more on crit rate, hoping we can just pop off with 100% crit rate, or basically like almost 100% crit rate every single time. So we're gonna do three of this relic hunting, and then after that we will decide if we need to sim universe some stuff. Okay, and I think from here we just actually no. Let him give us the one. There we go. Then we take him out. Okay.
I weep for the departed.
I still think Acheron's ultimate is like one of the coolest things in this entire game. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this off. Ooh, I almost messed up there. I almost mismanaged skill points there. Alright, let's hope they hit the Trailblazer. Nope. Nope. You know, it feels so bad when the move that hits 3 of the 4 characters hits everyone that's not the Trailblazer. Alright. Let's get that going off so we get the flower field that heals us going on.
I'll see you off.
Alright, we'll go here. And then I think we pop off here.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Just to heal some HP.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Another still waters of oblivion.
Nice. And then we just go here.
I weep for the departed.
Easy peasy.
It too shall fall.
Okay. And then we end up with nothing but Watchmaker stuff. Now it does have break effect, which is always nice. And then a defense jacket is now what we're looking for. So 2 more times here, and then we're gonna decide if we should go into the simulated universe.
For oblivion.
Ow.
It's time.
Okay, here. And then we take him out.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Commencing support. Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, I messed up. I goofed. Nice. They hit the Trailblazer enough times for it to matter. Okay.
Receive divinity.
Thanks for the support.
Lands at the ready.
Ready for another?
I weep
I think at this point, we just take him out.
It too shall fall.
Oof, when that crit damage goes off, it hurts. I think we should
Eternal step
get the healing going off though.
Still waters of oblivion.
Nice, we got him.
Enemy target.
I don't even think we use the ultimate for that. Let's go. Okay, we got 2 body pieces, 2 chances at crit rate with crit damage. So crit rate main with crit damage and attack percent and or speed as the subs. Crit damage with speed and attack percent. Ah! Crit rate? Aw, feels bad. All right, one more time.
Commencing support. Enemy
We'll go
data
here,
signet markers
just to get that
activated.
going.
Time for a good old counterattack.
Then
That's
there we go.
half the one. Still waters of
Now we're
oblivion.
maxed out. We charge up our Trailblazer, let him get poked 2 times, and then we take out the rest.
I weep for the departed.
I swear, if that crit damage piece rolls into crit rate as the sub, I'm a cry. This game loves giving us crit damage when we really
Enemy
need
data secure.
crit rate.
Signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Free will destined for oblivion.
Hit the Trailblazer. No, that's not what the Trailblazer looks like.
I underestimated you.
Again.
That is not what the Trailblazer looks
Don't
like.
worry. It's just a scrape.
They literally hit everyone who wasn't the Trailblazer.
Enemy target ready for another?
Still waters of oblivion.
All right, let's take him out.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Nice. Okay. This time we didn't get anything we're looking for. Should we keep going on the 4-piece relic set? I want to say yes. Because our current planar stuff is good in terms of the substats and
Another
everything.
journey begins.
Enemy data signet markers activated.
Right?
Time for a
Like
good
the
old
main stat
counterattack.
and the substats are good. In this case, it's like the main stat is good, but the substats are kind of lacking.
Receive divinity. It's time.
All right, let's go here.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Commencing support. Ready for another?
Free one. Still waters of oblivion.
All right, let's see who they all decide to hit. Hela, Wocha, everybody but the Trailblazer. Once on the Trailblazer, let's go. Okay.
Eternal step. Dead return.
Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Cat says meow. Saw a Kafka cosplay that made nice. Was it good? I wish I could have seen it.
I weep for the departed.
Did you take any pictures to share in the Discord?
It too shall fall.
You chose the...
Destined for oblivion.
Also, what's going on? How's it going? I feel like I've been seeing you more often in the stream, so I hope that means you're chilling. All right, so we've got a compass piece with attack percent and crit rate, which could be really good. And then again, for the body piece, we're looking for crit rate with crit damage, attack percent, and speed as a subs. Oh, of course it's crit damage. Of course it is. I think we keep going.
I'll see you
I think we
off.
just wrap it up here.
Enemy.
Oh, I should have skilled.
Still waters of oblivion.
Should have skilled. We would have had the ultimate. Oh, there it is.
Data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Boom.
time.
Trailblazer. Let's go. 1, 2. Let's go.
I weep for the departed.
Of course you did.
It
Alright.
too shall fall.
Let me check it out.
Excuse me?
Oh, this video came across your feed. Okay.
Time to make a decision.
Yo, homie brought a lightsaber to this. This homie literally spent the whole day with this random videographer to get this shot, which I'll admit, I can't be upset at because it actually looks really good. Literally, it looks like at the beginning of the video, it's like sunrise, and then this video goes all the way till sunset. Oh my gosh, the end of the video. That actually was pretty dope, I gotta admit. That was pretty dope. But yeah, just imagine a stranger comes up to you and says like, you want to spend the entire day with me just so I could take like photos and videos of you? I was gonna say videos, and I was like, what the heck is a video?
Still waters of oblivion.
Nothing major.
Ah, yes. The 4-star damage. Let's go.
Thanks for the support.
Lands at the...
Alright, here we go.
Enemy targets detected.
I'm thinking, what's the
Ready
move
for
right now?
another?
Here.
Net markers
We
activated.
see if
Time
they
for a good old
hit the
counterattack.
Trailblazer.
Eternal step. Dead
Let's actually get this going off too. Alright, there we go. There's our 3.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Another journey destined for oblivion.
Nice. Bam! Okay. Alright, what do we got? We got boots and we got a helm. The helm has nothing good on it, but the boots can be attack percent boots or speed boots with crit rate and crit damage. We're looking for crit rate and crit damage as the subs. Defense percent. Oh, hot garbage. Okay. But the ring is something that we can work with, because right now our ring is good right now, don't get me wrong. Our ring is good with crit damage 22.6%, but the other ring had some pretty decent subs too. So let's go here. Let's salvage everything we don't need. So again, all these 4 stars really don't mean anything to us. I'm not even gonna look at them, because whenever I look at the 4 stars, I feel like they always get the substats and the main stat that I want. So we're not even gonna bother. All right, cool. Didn't see it. If y'all saw it, don't tell me. Leave me be in peace. All right, crit damage. I saved this piece. This could be a good piece. Crit damage with attack stat, like static stat, is not good. HP, not good. That we're gonna save. Okay, so this is what we get rid of. And then we give the ring a fair chance. We see, actually, let's see what the body piece kind of, what the body piece gains as the sub. Because if it gains crit rate as the sub, it's literally the inverse of, well, sort of the inverse of what I wanted. HP, static HP too. All right, see, this is tough because you can bump up the crit damage, but this is also the main piece that gives you crit rate. So it's just like the other pieces can give you crit damage, you know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. The piece that will determine if it's good or bad. If this hits crit damage, we are swimming. Let's go. Effect res. All right, what we want at this point is for it to roll into crit rate 4 times. That's not one of them, but this could be. That's one of them. Oh, oof. Oof. A part of me is just like, can I save this at this point? Because it's just like, this rolled into crit damage 3 times, right? So in order for... No, this couldn't even be saved, because even if it rolls into... It would have to roll into crit rate. Duh. Do we want to do that? Do we want to do that? Do we want to do that? What is this body piece, and why am I trying to get rid of it? Oh, it rolled into static attack. No wonder we're trying to get rid of it. Okay. What other 4-star level 12 pieces do we not need anymore? Did we get rid of them all already? We might have gotten rid of them all. You know, oddly enough, I did go through my 4 stars, and this is what I condensed it down to. Which either shows I didn't do a good job, or, like, I need to tighten my, like, criteria for which ones to keep. If this rolls into rate, we're chilling. And if it doesn't roll into rate, then we know what we're getting rid of next. It rolled into attack. Yeah, we're getting rid of this next. Because, like, this piece is just far superior. So this is going to be garbage for the next thing. Alright, we're going to head into the synthesizer. Do we have enough? Yes, we do have enough for 1. Alright, so we're going to roll into the body piece. See if we can get, again, crit rate with crit damage and attack percent and speed as the subs. Let's go. Crit rate, let's go! Defense. It's like... If you were crit rate, you would have been amazing. But instead, you're defense, and that just makes you absolutely garbage. Okay. Let's salvage that. Why did we not salvage this? Quantum with attack percent. Is there a better... Do I have a better one? Is that why? Why did I not get rid of that? Here. Quantum damage. Alright. Oh, wait, yeah, because we simply have a better one. We simply have a better one. So, yeah, we can get rid of that other one. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, cool. The outcome is worth it. Always trying to... Wait a minute. The outcome was worth it also to get followed by a videographer at any event is basically... That's very true. That is very true. I'm willing to bet, like, they sat down together and they're just like, alright, let me see your work so, you know, I can determine if this is worth it. You're absolutely correct. I agree with you on that. That's short-sightedness on my part. Zero, what's up? We're still rolling for Acheron? Hex yeah, we are. Hex yeah, 30 days. That was the commitment. 30-day commitment. We are on day 20 of 30. We are not talking about Attack on Titan. Alright, so where are we at? So today, what was today? Today was a net 0. Today was once again a net 0 in terms of relic hunting, because none of our pieces changed. Oh, if I could just re-roll the stats on you to give you crit damage, you would have been so great. I'm still remorsing about day 19. I'm still crying about day 19. It's like, oh, why did you even roll into HP? At least you could have rolled into like 35% break effect. Maybe I could have lived with that. Oh, Sag. It's okay. Let's collect our stuff here. Do we have anything? Yeah, let's get our assignments popping off again. What's up with the travel log? Gift of Odyssey. Yes, please. And then Nameless Honor, of course. Let's just collect these just to keep the ball rolling on it. See, and this is what people mean by, like, relics are like the end game, right? Because I just used up all my, like, Trailblaze power and, like, got nothing out of it. Whereas, you could use your Trailblaze power and then just literally build up your characters, right? Like, in terms of other things that I really should be doing, but am not doing, we should, number one, be leveling up our Robin. First and foremost, level up our Robin. Like, I just saw EOD Gamer's video about how Ron May is better, and don't get me wrong, like, we love Scientist Ron May. Let's go. Literally killing enemies with a musical instrument. But Robin sings. They could be in a band. I feel like at some point I should invest more time into Ron May and give them a very decent... Where is it? Oh, Watchmaker set. Did everyone start switching over to Watchmaker? I'm kind of curious. Let's go back here. Recommended. Interesting. I wonder why this is still the main... Maybe it's because a lot of people already have it. But yeah, in terms of, like, Watchmaker stuff, like, look at all these ones I saved. There's no way I need all these. There's no way I need all of it. What we were looking for... Because Ron May stacks with break effect, right? Right? I think that's it. All allies damage increases by 32% and weakness break efficiency. Weakness break efficiency, like, is so cracked. The fact that it could be just like, hey, we're gonna actually make you break through the enemy even faster is kind of cracked. Like, if we could do that for Acheron, crazy. But, like, I don't think we have space for a Harmony character right now, TBH. While inside the field, all allies, all type resist penetration increases by 25%. This is so cracked. So cracked. Oh, delays by another break? Crazy. Increases speed by 10% for the team. That's just... It's so nutty. It's so good. So yeah, Ron May, love to see it. But anyways, so yeah, investing in the relics for Ron May is another thing that we could be doing, but I guess that's not too different than what we're doing right now for Acheron. But yeah, look at all these maybe fantastic pieces that can all have break effect to some crazy degree. And then we're looking, honestly, we're looking for defense on this, like some sort of, this would be pretty cracked. Defense with speed and break effect, that could be really cracked. Attack percent with speed and break effect is good. HP is fine. Crit damage we're not really looking for in Ron May. Boots wise, we have speed boots with effect res 19.4. Nothing is hurting Ron May. No freeze, no nothing. What else what do we have in terms of speed? It needs to have speed and it needs to have break effect. We only have two that have speed and break effect. Honestly, neither one of them is particularly bad. Well, I would say this one's probably better. Because that defense stat could be relevant for just keeping our Harmony character alive. Alright, cool. So, yeah, there are other things I should be investing in, right? I should be investing into relics for... okay, taking relics out of the picture. What should we invest in? We should invest in Robin. We should invest in Robin's traces. We should be investing in Gallagher's traces. We should be investing into Zhui Yi's traces. Gwynaifin's traces. Maybe this is more of a maybe, because this is more for, like, the Acheron team. But, like, the other characters are a little bit more, like, universal, like Gallagher, Zhui Yi. Yeah, so we should be investing into, like, the static stuff that gives us, like, immediate value, rather than, like, continually gambling on relics. When you get a good piece with stat that's good enough to manipulate it, improve your... Wait. When you get a piece with stats that good, it's worth to manipulate it. Manipulate it? Improve your chances to hit desired stat. What's... Unless manip does not mean manipulate. Ranmei is beyond cracked. You don't need sustain. You can run her instead of sustain. Pela, Ron, Acheron is a good comp. You just lose a bit of damage for not having 2 nihility. That's fine. I do still like the Trailblazer though. Like something about the Trailblazer in the team comp is just like, ah yes, we're charging ultimate on your turn. This is some Yu-Gi-Oh nonsense where we're just like, ah yes, it's your turn, but I am the one playing. All right, y'all. As promised, let's go ahead and start actually trailblazing. Clocky statue? We can level up the Clocky statue?
This haven of memories. Every moment is like a thorned rose.
Are we just... When did this statue turn gold? This is really like Disney where they're taking all my money and stuff anyways. What are we even paying them in? What is this currency? Is it like Clocky coins or something? What are we paying this imaginary statue in? Manip is manipulate. If you understood the coding for the relic stat rolls, it's not impossible to manipulate it. I'm kind of curious. If you could link me in the Discord, I'm really curious to see. Cause like, yo, that would have really helped on day 19. That would have really helped on day 19 if I had them secret spicy bits. Alright. What are we getting from this transaction with Clocky? Not much.
Oh boy! I've eaten too much this time!
After using basic attack, restores HP equal to 2% plus 800? Just straight up 800? That's pretty good, actually. Alright. Look at all these light cones, many of which are never gonna see the light of day. I swear I thought I had this already. I guess not. Oh, wait, no, this is better. Is this better? Wait, does Gallagher's ultimate heal? I don't think it does. Yeah, it's just a straight damage one. The skill heals and then the besotted state, or besotted state heals. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's see. Costs, that when you got is his best. I could believe that. I could believe that. I've got a long way to go, bro. Don't tell me that. Are we talking about the Clocky statue? I hope you're talking about the Clocky statue. I really hope so. Perfect timing is probably still the better one for Gallagher. A team isn't a 5-star. I should have perfect timing. Yeah. Fact res increases outgoing healing. I could see it as like the sustain unit. The one you got is good for him by himself. That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright. So, in order to finish this story at a decent pace without us getting spoiled, let's head over to the audition venue, which is basically like that one stage from Persona 4. 4? 3. 4. It reminds me of Persona 4, of the Rise stage. Alright. Let's keep it rolling, y'all. Or something out of Pokemon, even. This is another thing that we gotta do. These little Anubis statues.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a black.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first fortune in life. Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days, and the watchmaker. Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstars of Penacony. Now then, is there anything you'd like to say before the competition officially begins? That's the trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss March?
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th Adventure, where I'm going to break the speedrun world record!
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March 7th for you. How about Miss Firefly?
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hope for.
Ah, a wonderful wish! Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but full of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from, with unique challenges on each route. And in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day. A beloved contender whose noble virtues are unrivaled. Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now, I hereby announce that the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises, has started.
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, We must reach the end as quickly as possible. Factoring in efficiency and safety, splitting up into 2 groups is the best choice. March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her. It'd probably be better if the 2 of you paired up.
Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have a problem with that.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
I like how they basically made Firefly like perfect girlfriend material. Is like the archetype it feels like they were going for. Outgoing healing not great because he rarely ever heals. I guess that makes sense. See, this is why I need y'all, because y'all make sense. I don't make sense. You mean the voice actor for Aldine? Unrivaled champion sounds like Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Man, I love Firefly. Yo, Firefly's great. That's why we're going for Firefly. But like, anyone notice, or has anyone? I don't know. Everyone like memes the heck out of this game, and it's beautiful. They made our silver-haired trailblazer steal a line from another silver-haired dude named Gojo Satoru, who said that same line and then got completely owned. So, are we about to get completely owned?
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, Dream Play Fantasia. In this stage, you can choose between 2 challenges, the School of Acting or School of Action. In the School of Acting challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges. In the School of Action challenge, you have to defeat 3 groups of enemies convincingly and reach the end. Now, make your choice.
Oh, this is easy. We go School of Acting, yo. Nah, we'd win. No spoilers or anything, but yeah. What is this, like, Fortnite Island-esque thing they got going on here? Alright, let's go School of Acting.
Stage of dreams for those who dare to dream. Welcome to the School of Acting stage. Step onto the stage and move the judges with your heartfelt performance. The next cosmic star of Penacony could be you.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, you will find an outline of a script. These 3 scripts were written by the legendary filmmaker, The Watchmaker, and depict various stories from Penacony's era of pioneering. Your task is to bring those moments to life, find the right words, and act convincingly to make the judges feel the script's intended emotions. Oh, I wish you a successful performance. Also, a bit of trivia. The record score for this stage is held by a participant with fiery red hair. His exceptional performance brought even the strictest judge to tears. It's like he wasn't even acting at all.
We are running out of time, so let's get this over with quickly.
Bro, Argenti probably was not acting. That is just how he be. Wait a minute. Okay.
Oh, just take a look at this pair! Such star quality. Since you've come as a pair, I'll prep a two-person scene for you. You two, are you ready? Envision that you both, driven by the spirit of exploration, are arriving at the land of dreams that is Penacony for the first time. But instead of lush lands, you find yourselves amidst swirling sands and desolation, far from the paradise the watchmaker described. You're driving an old clunker through the wilderness of the dreamscape, braving the cold wind, choking on the dust, and suddenly, a fierce memory zone meme blocks your path. Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line would you deliver to express your disappointment in Penacony?
No, that's not right. You're trying to express disappointment. Why do you sound so chipper? Do you usually express disappointment this way?
Very good. Now, though you're disappointed, your screen partner is conversely very enthusiastic. Now, young lady, you will say...
This is great! I love living on the wild side!
Very good, very intense! And then we cut to the story's next scene. You find a job mending the rails, but the days are long, and your endurance can't keep up, and you finally collapse in the endless expanse of desert! Suddenly, sweet rain falls from the sky, wetting your lips and rousing your spirits! Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line will best express your surprise at this moment?
That's not right. That line doesn't sound very surprised. We're already at the next scene. You need to convey surprise now, not disappointment.
But at this moment, your partner yet gazes into the sky, both her eyes closed. The raindrops fall, blurring her vision, and she tragically says...
Perhaps we were never meant to succeed. Right?
Fantastic! Both of you have an incredibly solid foundation in dialogue delivery. However, lines aren't everything in a performance. Please continue this story on the second stage. Up next, you'll be challenged with a body language test.
I hope these tests won't take too long.
This straight up feels like a palace from Persona 5. Like, just straight up.
The depth of your dialogue delivery is remarkable. Best of luck with your results.
Oh, we're gonna take forever just because we pick all the wrong answers all the time. We just want to see all the reactions, you know? Because, like, the fighting one is just fighting. You're probably just blazing your way through it, you know what I mean? But now it's like, now we get to have some fun with it.
Here, you two are required to skillfully utilize body language to portray the story context I've laid out for you. Picking up from where we left off, a heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the anger in your heart. You look to your companion, now completely devoid of fighting spirit, wanting to comfort her. At this moment, what should you do to make her laugh? Right answer. Your companion sees you rolling about in the sand and thinks about the arduous obstacles along this journey. She can't help but let loose a laugh, rekindling hope in her heart. And so this girl...
I'm gonna get back on my feet and keep moving forward.
A tug at the heartstrings! The story continues to develop. The heavy rain leads you both to sense a business opportunity, so you start venturing into the umbrella industry. But just as the business begins to pick up, competitors start flooding the market with low-priced goods, squeezing your market share. You have no choice. The goods you stockpiled at high prices have to be sold at a loss. This is a pretty self-destructive move, which drives your business to the brink of bankruptcy. At this moment, what would you, who refuses to admit defeat, decide to do?
War by kowtowing! It's totally giving up! Come back here!
Fantastic! But it's a pity your friend does not agree. Seeing that you're up to your eyeballs in debt, she sees nothing but despair in her future. And then...
I leave Penacony in utter disappointment! Is that okay?
Of course! Absolutely! I was this close to tears! Both of you possess exceptional acting talent! However, the true test is yet to come. You're about to encounter the harshest judge this show has ever seen. You'll need to rely on perfect performances if you want to win them over.
You know, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I thought I picked the right or the wrong answer for that first one where we're rolling around in the sand, because I thought the dad joke would have been funny. That was actually the original answer I wanted to pick, because I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be funny. Or like, I don't know, the pat on the head, because it seems like we were trying to comfort them. So I thought I picked the wrong answer, but I guess I picked the right one on accident.
Both of you possess excellent performative talent. I wish you all the best.
Welcome to the final stage. Actually, all the scenarios that you previously encountered were all from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams. Two companions arrive on Penacony with nothing but a dream. Their desire for achievement is met with continuous setbacks. Ultimately, one continues on, despite spiraling into debt, while the other concedes defeat and leaves. Many years later, their paths cross once more in the thriving Penacony. Yet, they refuse to acknowledge each other because... Against the backdrop of a revitalized Penacony, the joy of reunion mixes with the sorrow of past separation, the awkwardness of being strangers, and the shyness of a long-awaited encounter, all converging at this very moment. Give it a shot. Try and convey this bittersweet scene to me. Bring it to life with precise and emotive acting.
Is this ever going to end? I know! Why don't you try that clockwork thing you used before?
This is really interesting. Why can't I fight these enemies here? And why are they enemies that they don't look like I've ever seen before? Should we take them out? I think we should take them out. Yeah, let's take them out. Why do I feel like this this battle song is about to be a bop?
Again?
Receive divinity.
Don't worry, it's
Enemy
just a
targets
scrape.
detected. Ready for another?
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Enemy data sig net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
You chose the wrong end. Eternal slip. The dead return!
Still waters of oblivion.
Hit!
Commencing support. Ready for another?
I'll see you off.
Another journey be destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Okay, we definitely actually didn't gain anything from there, which is kind of funny because it looks like from doing this one, like the stairs should materialize here, but we could just sneak around the back. I don't know if they realized that this backstage also led to that place. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and clockwork the strict judge.
Your performance is far from satisfactory. Dull lines, stiff movements. This can scarcely be described as acting. Your performance... went from rags to riches, treating a former companion with such disdain. It just makes my blood boil.
Huh? But we haven't even done anything! Is our imagination running wild again?
Brilliant! Your portrayal outdoes the original. It's simply beautiful!
We have passed the test! We ought to hurry up. Stellaron is at stake.
Something tells me it doesn't matter what we answered. It was gonna be right no matter what.
A mogul who went from rags to riches treat you best!
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun? Fun is more important than success. Look at the time! You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
That red-haired contestant. Who is that exactly?
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises. Gunfire time! You have the option to choose Gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or Time, where you'll face Clucky's trial. And now, make your choice!
I think we choose Gunfire. Because Clockies actually seems like a time trial, whereas Gunfire kind of sounds fun.
Dear friends, welcome to the enchanting universe created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you is the morally dubious yet ever charming character from the animated Clocky series, Hanu! It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own experiences. According to research by Clocky scholars, the original Hanu of reality shared a deep friendship with the Watchmaker, akin to comrades in arms. Enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance and partake in an enchanting and suspenseful story with him. Good luck in there!
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right? I hope this won't waste too much of our time.
Did we pick wrong? Oh, we can't go back. Point of no return.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good! Looks like you've got the hang of it! In this Hanu's Adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dreamville. Old Buzzfly, Cousin Wolf, and Bombhead are all raring to go. The brave Hanu must thwart their advance and protect his home. Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off malevolent mischief makers, which is why he is preparing to seek out the Puzzle Gentleman's aid. Go forth and speak to him.
All right, y'all, let's go. Man, this streamer didn't want to Dream Tickerland? What's Dream Tickerland? This is so interesting because this is all just points of no return. I swear, as a gamer, like, the thing that throws me off the most are missables.
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you can really use some help. Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Dream Jigsaw to blow off some steam? Oh my! Are you telling me that Boss Stone has rallied the villains to seize Dreamville? What a dreadful twist of fate! Listen closely, Hanu. I'm aware you're in need of a suitable weapon, and I also know there's one just upstairs. But you know what? You'll have to play an exhilarating round of Dream Jigsaw first. No Jigsaw, no moving forward. Now scurry along, Hanu, but tread carefully. Two ne'er-do-wells are also eyeing those jigsaw pieces. Either outsmart them with the quick knockout, or ensure they don't catch you in the act. I can't wait to see you finish the Dream Jigsaw. Best of luck, Hanu.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. It appears we can't climb the stairs in our current state. It appears we can't climb the stairs in our current state.
Okay, so basically sneak around. Bro is straight up looking at it. Alright. Oh my gosh! You see nothing! You see nothing! You see nothing, bro! Turn around! I feel like we gotta distract this one with something. Alright, where is the Tin Man? No! Okay, sure. Alright, well here's one.
Look up there! If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick?
We just need that Tin Man. Turn left. You missed a bird? No, I'm saving all the birds for later. Because, like, the thing I've noticed about, like, treasure hunting in this game is that,
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
what I've noticed about, like, this game and, like, treasure hunting is that it's way harder if you just collect bits and pieces here and there, as opposed to, like, checking the guide that literally MiHoYo provides for you, and then just going all in, like, one fell swoop. So that's like, our plan for all this, because, like, what happened is, like, it just kind of reminds me of Genshin, where I picked up some of the chests and stuff, and then it's just, like, I had to backtrack and be like, did I get this one? And this one? And this one? And like, I like tricked myself into thinking that like, I was like, no, it's around here somewhere. I swear I didn't get it.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of perfect alignment! My organizational itch has been quite thoroughly scratched. Hurry now, Hanu! Touch that TV set and transform back into your own self. Then head upstairs. Your weapon awaits you there.
Are such haphazard instructions really okay? Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Like, leaving it up there makes me feel kind of bad about it, but at the same time, I know it's just more efficient for me. You did the thing again where you found all the chests? Oh, you're so good at video games. Someday I too shall be moderately decent at video games. Did you like go looking for them or did you just stumble across them all? Oh, nice. I was just wondering if something was gonna pop out. Okay.
Is that Hanu? What exactly is he talking about?
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make an appearance!
Clocky? I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like right now! I can be your translator! Tick-tock! Hanu says, battle! We must do battle! The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat for the future of Dreamville! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just jumped inside that TV. Sheesh. Logic in this plot and dialogue is really being pushed to its limits.
Is there anything in this room that we can...
Well, here we go again. Ready? I'm gradually getting used to this. Huh. Who knows? I might even be able to perform some high-level moves with Hanu.
Oh, did someone say high-level movies just now? That's right, pal. The upcoming script is just exploding with all sorts of high-level shenanigans. Last we saw, Hanu was preparing for battle. Suddenly, he hears heavy footsteps coming from the hallway. Malevolent mischief makers have broken into his home. But brave Hanu won't go down without a fight. He instantly sprints for the storage room, ready for a do-or-die showdown against the baddies.
But we still don't have any weapons in hand.
Guess what? Hanu's favorite bazooka just so happens to be in that storage room. So get a move on.
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor.
Bro, Firefly just transformed into a Gundam right now and turned into Sam. I think it's just that area from earlier. Oh yeah, return it home from. I only do it for the J's, let's be real. What a mood. Found as many as I can during the story and searched afterwards. Gotcha. Call you Narukami the expert in jumping into TVs? It just so happened we just came out of the Risei stage 5 seconds ago.
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here.
You see nothing, you see nothing! Well, it's Persona, Coney. Ah, yes, it's Bazooka.
Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too. Careful. It looks like we've got more company. Get ready to fire!
Alright, let's pick up some ammo.
Here we go again. But no big deal. We're pretty handy with this bazooka now.
Firefly, I love your enthusiasm. We're out of ammo. This is some intelligent AI here. It literally saw us from under the table. We're just gonna be smart and just load up on ammo.
That should be all of them, right?
Oh my! Honu is on a streak! Everyone! The stage is complete! Quickly! Head through the TV to the next stage!
Let's just grab these just in case. Are we too small to grab this? Okay. Can we sprint? Okay. Bro, even the Hanu vision is basically Persona. I can see it.
Well, that's that. But it is gonna be hard to let go of this bazooka. Never mind. Let's hurry over to the next stage.
We love a girl who's into bazookas, apparently. Ah, it's convenient access to the other stages. Okay. I don't remember this one. Maybe it's one of the ones we gotta do. Or actually, is there any benefit to doing it now? Like, why build this if there's no reason to it? For some reason I thought we could sneak underneath that. Do we have our bazooka still? Oh, we don't have our bazooka anymore? You see nothing. There's got to be somewhere where we can hide. You see nothing, you see nothing, you see nothing. You see nothing. You see nothing. I'm not here. Why does it feel like we just got a dash for it? Yeah, like we don't have any other choice right now. Well, we can't just blast them. Is it a timing thing? Okay. You just gotta wait for them to walk back. No? No, we just gotta blast them. Gotta blast! Nice. Didn't see that coming. They literally named it Home Alone. Ah, yes, we love third-partying. Okay, so this exists just for these 2 extra treasure chests, which we will collect at a different point in time. So we did get something out of the way, sort of. This is kind of weird because it's like that red door, but the opposite side of it... Like, why couldn't we just open this door? Okay, we'll get those later when we're doing our, like, treasure hunting. Oh gosh, what did I hit? Did I hit head to F2? I think that's what we're trying to do. Okay, yep. As long as... Can we revisit this map? Oh yeah, no, we can revisit these maps. Okay, that's perfect.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves! But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Penacony's festive superstar. In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar. Welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's 3rd stage in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises, Superstar Showdown!
Well, this one seems kind of self-explanatory. Alright. There's 2 different showdowns. We're gonna go with number 2. You forgot to ask, why aren't you running a 3rd Nihility? Because I don't have a good one, to be honest. So if I had my way, I wouldn't be using Fire Trailblazer. I would be using Luocha. So I'd be using some combination of like Acheron, Pela, Guinaifen, and then some sort of sustain unit. I'm honestly not too sure of which one. But the reason that we're not is because we don't have a built Guinaifen. That's honestly 100% of the reason why. So I feel like I get more benefit out of like using the Fire Trailblazer with Trend of the Universal Market, because at the very least that still stacks up like petals for Acheron. But yeah, ideally I'd have like a built Guinaifen, because I don't think. Yeah, we're definitely not running Luca or Sampo. So that's why we just don't have a built we don't have a built Guinaifen.
No way, I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Are you a Knight of Beauty?
Don't get complacent.
Something tells me that he's supposed to have a voice.
What is it we're waiting for?
Chill, Luocha, chill, bro. Alright.
Bear witness to
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Commencing support.
Another journey begins on the still waters of oblivion.
Lance ablaze! Lance! Forward!
You're fighting a gentleman.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Put forth all your might.
Again.
Rise to the challenge.
Ready for another?
Rise to the challenge.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Destined for oblivion.
The flesh wound. Receive divinity.
Thanks for the support.
Eternal state. Dead return.
I underestimated you. I'll see you off.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Free will on the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed.
I'll take this a message so I can look afterwards. Okay, let's show.
Bear witness to let the duel commence.
I don't think he was voicing JP either, actually. Honestly, I thought it was because I didn't do the, what is it? Not Simulated Universe, but the other one. The fiction one.
What is it we're
His theme was locked on my Astro Express background music until I changed it recently. Interesting. Maybe it's just a mistake. It could just be a mistake.
Enemy targets detected. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Confess! Put forth all your might!
Thanks for the support.
Eternal step.
Dead return! Rise to the challenge.
Hit! Lance ablaze! Lance! Forward!
Desperate for oblivion.
The flesh wound!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Put forth all your might!
Again?
Commencing support. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Lance at the
Another journey on the still waters of oblivion.
Bear witness. You're fighting a gentleman.
Enemy targets detected.
Rise.
Let's settle this.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We don't have much time. May fate allow us to meet again, Knight of Beauty. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
That's so weird that he doesn't have, like, voice acting.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the Grand Theater, I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance. Your endeavors are worthy of extra recognition, and I've taken steps to ensure that. However, this reward is not a material one, but rather the opportunity for an open and honest communication between us. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead you!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up, and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous, and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced...
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One? Shipe.
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang. Being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause someday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed. Patience is a virtue. However, I won't hold it against you. On the contrary, I'm here to make my intentions clear.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process, stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so he should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? But fine, I'll answer, I guess. If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony dove. After all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something. And that'd just be too sad.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. If it's just a quiz, I suppose it's fine to humor him. Back to the question. I would personally choose to build the little Charmony dove a cage. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about to begin with.
I can't decipher his intentions right now, but based solely on that question, I would probably choose to build that dove a cage. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
Hey, what's up, Alexa? Welcome to the stream. We're just playing some story right now, trying to get through as much as we can. I feel like when it comes to these questions, like we're geared to pick this answer. But I also feel like this one's the correct answer. Everyone brings up very logical points of like protecting the Charmony dove until it gets to that point. But something about this picture just seems so evil. Let's go with this one.
Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, allow me to reveal what fate this choice will bring to the fledgling. From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vosicle Scorpion, Asdana Wolverine, and the Huntington Winged Snake. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. In such a location, only one fate awaits that little Charmony dove. A painful death. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. Now, let us advance to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser, and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
Okay, it's obvious he wants us to pick that one. I don't know, it's like the tints in the picture that make me want to pick this one over the other, just because it's like, this looks nice, this looks not so nice. Let's see what everyone else thinks, and then go opposite of what everyone says.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all. He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhound send him back home. This person deserves to be punished.
A Dream Chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
This question... Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story. And this connection is precisely the breakthrough Sunday aims to use to persuade us. I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
Okay, everyone's got a different answer. So, we go with this one. Because according to Zero, you did all the same as Sunday. Every time he just says he's happy / glad, you think the same. So we gotta give our buddy a hand and figure out what the other cutscenes look like. Honestly, this seems like the kind of answer that's just like, if you really care about helping somebody, you, like, don't let them go too far. It seems like that kind of decision. All right. Let's go with this one.
It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a better outcome. Sadly, his fate would only be more tragic. Say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. The methods with which illegal stowaways enter dreams are unorthodox. Not flawless like the hotels. Living in the dreamscape would be a mere pipe dream. Should he be apprehended? Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? The answer is a definitive no. They couldn't bear the resulting consequences, and thus wouldn't dare extend a helping hand. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision. And the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Robin?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the Harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question. one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences. Because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price, I don't know what I'd do.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see blurry faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them, fighting for survival against some unfathomable force. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me, but I also remember they chose never to give up. Just like Miss Robin. If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, you should find the answer from your own experiences. With each trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away? Would you stop March and Don Hung from reaching their next destination? I believe you have an answer of your own in your heart.
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity. But the fact that she's also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood, no matter how grand the ambition.
I already have an answer for this one. I'm picking this one. I feel like the whole Mr. Sunday, like, perspective is, like, it's very take matters into my own hands and let me decide for somebody else, right? Like, let me determine what someone else's fate is because I know what's best. I feel like that's, like, the Mr. Sunday answer, because it's just, like, he feels like he is powerful enough to make decisions for other people. And I guess that's, like, what the whole point of, like, the whole order thing is, right? Like, if taking away freedom means protecting somebody, is that, like, justified? Right? So I'm gonna pick this answer because I think that, like, Robin made her own choice, right? And I think that, like, I like all of Himiko's answers in this TBH. Like, most of Himiko's answers were, I think, like, correct, right? Like, we're not gonna stop someone from, like, pursuing the things they want all the time just because, like, there might be some danger involved, right? Like, you should, well, I believe, right? Because this is a question of beliefs. Like, I believe that you should support them and then, like, have their back when things go wrong. That's my thought. So that's, like, that's not even, like, the gamer and me being influenced by Himiko's answer. It's just, like, even though Robin got hurt, it was, like, Robin's choice. Like, even though things didn't go well, it doesn't mean that what she picked was wrong. So we're gonna go with this one.
I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit. Living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening, until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct. Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
All right, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose? Do you have any idea, Misha?
I guess... maybe this way?
Why does it feel like Misha's like the soul of the watchmaker or something like that? Because before, when we looked into this dream bubble, there was nothing, but now it's the hotel again.
Nice.
But yo, okay, a few things to note from that previous cutscene, right? Because we don't interrupt cutscenes with our thoughts and stuff. So, first of all, Mr. Sunday. Sunday is, like, in my opinion, the worst day of the weekend. It is the worst day. Because, like, then you're thinking about Monday, right? Like, you should have picked Saturday. Like, they should have named him Mr. All Saturday. Because, like, yo, every Sunday I'm just like, alright, what is everything that we didn't get to do on Saturday? Because we only have one day left. So yeah, I think that was just a bad metaphor. Although I do get the whole long weekends and a weekends thing where it's just like 2 to 3 days at the end of the week is like, right? Like you work for like 4 to 5 days a week to get like 2 or 3 of those days off. And then they make it seem like those 4 to 5 days are just absolute dread. Like the worst thing that could possibly happen. But clearly Mr. Sunday has never experienced either A, like something that he likes to do, right? As like either his job or whatever. But like, I don't know, that just seems like too general of a thought, right? Because I still enjoy my weekdays, right? Like I still work tomorrow and we're streaming right now, you know what I'm saying? And like, I enjoy what I do. So I don't know. I think that's too much of an overgeneralization. I do get it though. I do get the perspective where it's just like, for some people, the 9 to 5 is rough. It's really tough. Like you don't want to work. You just want to live in like hedonism, right? But it's like, if you've ever watched anime, right? They've explored this a million gajillion times, right? Like Naruto dug into it. Gurren Lagann dug into it. It's just like, you can't keep dreaming forever, right? You can't just keep everyone in the infinite Tsukuyomi and hope everything's gonna work out. Because it's just like, yeah, if everyone just lives in like hedonism and like everything's like perfect, then there's like nothing to look forward to. Like there's no, at least in my opinion, if everything was perfect, then there'd be nothing to look forward to. And it's just like, if there's nothing to look forward to, like what's the point? You get everything that you want, right? Like,
nice.
I don't think having what you want all the time is good for you. Because there's like a certain level of just like character that's built from like having challenges and then like arising to those challenges, and then if you fail, getting back up to challenge it again. Because if everything's perfect, you know, what's the point, right? Like if I had the perfect Honkai Star Rail team, what's the point in me pulling for more characters? Like if a game was perfect, then all games are perfect. And then it's like, what's the point of playing any of them? Because they're all perfect, right? It's just like having these varying experiences, I think, is what makes it worth trying. Because like, that's all we have in life, right? Is like the ability to try different things, right? To some degree, we are all the Try Guys. So yeah, I don't know. I think living a perfect life, like, sounds boring if there's nothing to look forward to, right? Like, I look forward to watching, like, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. Or, like, I look forward to seeing if there's ever gonna be an end to Genshin Impact. I look forward to seeing where Kingdom Hearts ends, right? Like, does Sora get old? Who knows? I don't know. But I look forward to seeing it. And then it's like, if I didn't have those things to look forward to,
nice,
then there's no point in, like, the journey, right? Like, what's the point of the journey if all you get to experience is the fantasticness of the end all the time? And then at that point, like, if the perfect ending is always there, then it's just like, you're just a puppet at that point. I don't know, this isn't meant to be some sort of philosophical, like, beliefs talk, but, like, Mr. Sunday is really pushing us. Alright, so let's see what our friend who sort of knows the watchmaker's, like, travels can tell us.
I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
Dang, homeboy can sprint!
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Who are you, Misha? Wait, before we go further, it felt like the character design was just laced with clues. Okay. So, first of all, this looks like the Trailblazer pin. There's no way that they could have this unless they were a nameless of some sort, right? Because if we look at, like, Dan Heng. Where is it, Dan Heng? Where did you put this Trailblazer pass on you? Everyone has it. Even we have it. Dan Heng, where's your Trailblazer pin, bro? See, right here. Wait, is, sort of? Seems kind of big, but... Okay, so there's that, right? Where's this? And then, where are we? Where's March 7th? See, right here? There's the mark. We don't have Himiko or Welt, but we do have the Fire Trailblazer. Right here, right up top. Right? It kind of gives that kind of vibe. Right? Or am I being Delulu right now? Because Dan Heng's looks like a tree of sorts. So does March's. Maybe I'm just being Delulu. I might just being Delulu right now. Because theirs all look the same, but Misha's looks different. But it doesn't really look like a tie clip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it sort of does, but like... I don't know. And then the eyes are keyholes. What else? What is this? What are you? You are something. I know for sure you've got to be something important. This is like some sort of like time-stopping nonsense. Or the ability to rewind time. And then this design on their back is like the symbol of the hotel, it feels like. Like, does Robin have it on them somewhere? Because I feel like we've seen this, like, in the I guess, I don't know, he's the bellboy in the lobby of the hotel. That kind of makes sense. I don't know. Something about this symbol on the back seems kind of significant. Or maybe I'm just making up stuff. Grab Misha and use his technique. Can I change team comp right now? I can't even change team comp right now.
Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But, Mikhail...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's merely a coincidence. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the Seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence? So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey, and it's been quite a while since I last saw him. So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? I heard some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can Origami Birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the Compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead.
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah. I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments. Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further. Burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor. I want to go too. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
Will you come back?
Dad's lost you sailing so many times.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky! You're here! Huh. Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived.
To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea and search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can we find the last piece?
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Hey, the shape seems to match. So this shard is also connected to Misha?
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
everyone else knows something I don't.
March, do you remember when he mentioned a clocky that only he could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few? It's just like a hidden message left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the Express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure, a name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name, the Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I'm only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in his dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, We encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Oh, come on. Stop joking at a moment like this. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, the vote stands at 2-1. Then let's proceed together to the end of this stream and tell Mikhail our decision.
All right, y'all. I think this is a good point to save and pause, because I feel like what's waiting for us on the opposite side of this door is a 15-minute cutscene. So we're gonna take a pause here, and we're gonna save our progress. Was there a... Oh, there's a space anchor here. Okay. So we're gonna stop here because it's getting kind of late and your dude needs to sleep, but whoa, what a trip. I never really realized that nobody else interacted with Misha because I don't really pay attention, I guess, to when, like, the characters are being interacted with, right? Like, Himiko we never really see them interact with anybody particular, so... Trippy. Alright, y'all. We actually do have enough... enough Trailblaze power to do this one more time. So let's give this one more run. Before we do that, though, Zero, let's take your advice. Let's take a look at Misha's, skill. Oh, wait.
Is that you? Yes, finally! We get to fight side by side.
It almost just seemed like a meme that it was like, oh, a mop?
Please, wait a sec!
Ah, yes. Clocks. Ah, I see what you're getting at. I guess you could sort of see it as the pocket watch, right? Wait, where is the pocket watch? Misha's character design doesn't have the pocket watch on them. Or is it once it finishes? Oh, the pocket watch comes back. Okay, so he throws the pocket watch. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna take some advice from a friend and see what we can do with a setup like this.
You again. As always, there's a reward for good behavior.
You knew frame 1 who he was? Literally throws a clock. You're right, you're right. Alright, let's give this a shot here. So this was a setup recommended by a friend. We're gonna give it a run.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
That's half the work. Still waters of oblivion.
Some value, I suppose. Eternal. Enjoying yourself?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Enemy target ready for another?
Destined for oblivion.
Oof.
Bloom. So this is every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
I underestimated you. Nothing major.
Okay, let's go here.
The dead return!
Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
There's more.
I'll see you off.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed.
Good night, kitchen.
It too shall fall.
Oof, that damage output. Alright, we've got a body piece and boots. So again, for the boots, we're looking for speed with crit rate, crit damage, attack. Or we're looking for attack boots with crit rate, crit damage, speed. Crit rate, not bad, not bad. This could be good. And then for the body piece, again, we're looking for crit rate with crit damage, attack percent, and speed as the subs. Defense, yikes.
We've hardly any time left to say farewell.
Okay, alright. So that is where we end for the day. Let's go ahead and collect that. And collect this. And... So the boost from Ron May actually, like, ended up making a bit of a difference. Because it was just sheer damage output. So I guess I didn't really need dual sustain. Defeat at least 2 enemies using kitchen mishap. Ah, okay. Make dream jolt. Produce jackpot. Okay, sure. Then this was find the most precious hoard of the soda cellar. Okay. Push down objects and without hitting enemies. I don't know if that's an insult or what. Okay, so literally, like, these are the next quests. It kind of gives it away, right? Collect ghost stories with the ghost hunting squad. Oh wait, no, this is, I think this is the Firefox thing. Inherit the Watchmaker's legacy, embark on a new trailblaze journey, witness the first light of dawn on Penacony. See? All right, so where are we at right now? Let's check the Fates Atlas thing. Okay, so we're at Beauty and Destruction, which... yeah, dude's trying to, like, manipulate us real quicks. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna stop here for now. Zero. Though I was wrong about him being alive and going back in time, and it's just a memory of him. Yeah, I mean, that was weird already, right? Like, because you never really hear about the things in the dream bubble coming out in the real world, right? Alright, so we're going to call it here. And hopefully we don't have too much left. But we will continue this tomorrow. We're aiming for around, like, 10 p.m. EST. So hopefully we can all come back tomorrow, 10 p.m. EST. And keep going. Alright, y'all. Well, with that being said, that is the end of the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. If you'd like to join the Discord and talk about your trailblazing experience so far, or your favorite character, or whatnot, go ahead, hop into the Discord. It's right over there. Just type that into your URL, and you should be good to go. But that's all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.